Welcome to Love from Lisha for an extra dose of love in your day. Click subscribe and the bell to be notified when new videos go live weekly. Today we'll be talking about how to listen even more effectively and frequently. When I was thinking about what to talk about for today's video, I was a little stuck and I was thinking, what do I want to talk about? And then I thought I spend a lot of time thinking about what to talk about when really we all could benefit from spending more time focusing on listening rather than what we're going to say. How often have you been listening to someone talk or listening to someone talk and really you're just thinking about how you're going to respond or waiting for that pause or that break so that you can blurt out whatever's on your mind, that burning thought that's going through your head. You just want to say it. And later you realize you only heard a portion of what the person was saying, maybe barely any of it. Maybe you still have no idea what they were talking about. Then you run the risk of doing something that's not what someone was wanting, or someone saying, hey, you know what? I told you this. Why didn't you hear me? What we say, we find value in it. We're saying things that we think are important, their thoughts, their ideas, their feelings, whatever that is that we are expressing to the other person, there's a purpose, there's a reason behind it, and we want to be heard. We owe that to others as well, to really not just hear them, but to be listening, which involves processing and being able to articulate, to repeat, to understand what they've said, and to ask for more information if we're not understanding it. It makes relationships that much more connected and effective and efficient when we're listening. The most important part is to quiet your mind so that you don't have all these thoughts going through it as you're trying to listen but multitasking and doing something else or thinking something else. So just focus on that other person. It's almost like a camera lens. Instead of it looking at you, turn it around and look at that other person with that lens, with your ears and your eyes, and really fully give them your undivided attention, which is such a gift, by the way, to have someone listen with this undivided attention and not also on their phone or writing notes or looking around, getting distracted. So give that undivided attention and then listen to really understand what they are saying before even considering responding in a way that you want to. At times, if you might get a little bit distracted, you can think about key points that they're making. What are some gists that I want to walk away with? What is it that they're really wanting me to know or to understand or to experience in what they're saying? At times, it might be hard to really give that undivided attention and focus. And so it's okay out of respect to say, I hear what you're saying is really important and I want to give you my undivided attention and focus. Right now, I'm a bit distracted because of this or that, or I have too much going on in my mind to really listen fully to what you're saying. Can we please talk about this another time? Or can you give me 5 minutes to wrap up what I'm doing so that I can make that shift? If you need to do that, feel free to do so that you can really be the kind of listener that you want to be and that the person speaking deserves to have in your presence. There are also different levels of listening. There's the level of listening where it's level 1. You're listening just to respond. You're waiting for them to pause so that you can jump in with your idea, with your response, with whatever you might want to share. And then there's level 2 listening, where you're listening to their words and you're noticing what's coming out verbally and non-verbally, their body language, gestures, facial expressions, all of that. So it's their words and their body. That's kind of level 2. Level 3 is even deeper because you're listening for what's not being said, for a certain energy that's there, for what is bringing up in you as far as intuition, where it's like they're saying this, but there's just something that is coming up here that is kind of catching my curiosity, where it's something that's being said without being said. It's more of a subtlety. And that's harder to pick up on, but it comes with practice and with time, and it's like a muscle. The more that you tune into that, the stronger that can get, where you're noticing things that other people wouldn't notice, in what they're saying and how they're saying it and the energy that you're feeling in that interaction. If you're in a role where you're managing or leading other people, hearing from them, hearing what they think about ideas, hearing what they're presenting in meetings, hearing about their experiences, that's going to make you a better leader because you're going to understand them better. You're not there in front of them in a meeting just to share your ideas and to demonstrate how intelligent and proficient you are. Be there to understand, who are these people that are part of this team? Who are they deep down in their thoughts and their ideas and their values and what they're bringing, and what ties this group together to make it even more solid and united with a common purpose. And then when you do speak, it's going to be even more powerful, even more resonant, because it will relate to them, and what they've said and what you've understood is important and meaningful to them because of the listening that you've done. I challenge you, next time you are involved in a conversation, to listen differently than you normally would. It doesn't have to be a big change. It can just be a small one where you're doing something to be able to give even more attention and focus on that other person as they're talking. I'd love for you to share in the comments about your experiences. What kind of listener are you? What are you going to work on to become an even better listener? Or share experiences with something that you've tried and was especially effective for you, what you noticed as a result of being an even better listener. If you like this video, please click like, share, subscribe, click the bell to be notified of upcoming episodes. And for more about me, my website is coachlisha.com. Until next time, with more love from Lisha. Bye.